To comply with Uber's privacy policy, faces are covered and voices are distorted. We're Uber driving tonight. I just dropped my first passenger off here off of MOK in Sarasota. Young man, very nice young man. He just got out of prison. But very decent passenger.
Turn right
no
on
issues.
Dixie Avenue.
And now we're gonna go pick somebody else up here off of MOK, which we'll see where they're going. I hope it's not a Bradenton ride. I should be in downtown Sarasota dealing with the good, high-paying customers. I have no idea why the crap I'm in the hood. Friday night, I should really be doing some high-paying downtown hotels and stuff. I ended up not sure why I'm off of MOK. This area is always problematic at night. All right, let's go pick this passenger up off of MOK. I hope they're not going to Palmetto. Palmetto or Parrish is a crappy area to Uber from or to. They never tip, always problematic. We'll find out.
Turn right on Dixie Avenue.
A lot of Uber drivers simply won't come in here. That's just facts. A lot of Uber drivers simply will not come in this neighborhood. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. This is the hood. Like a lot of Uber drivers. Oh, this area back here is some crappery going on. This neighborhood, picking up somebody back here. This is literally one of the worst places in the whole metro area. One of the most hood spots. There's always crappery going on here. Please don't vape, okay?
Turn right, then drop off.
I hate when people try to vape in your car, man. It makes your car stink for the rest of the day, bro. It's so disrespectful. Man, I freaking hate that crap. Consistent problem with Uber is people trying to vape in your car, man. It's unbelievable. Like, you should know not to vape in somebody's car. I shouldn't have to tell you not to vape in the car. You should know not to do that, bro. All right, guys, so I went to the airport and I couldn't get a ride. Now I'm in downtown, still haven't got a ride. You saw that one ride that I did get was somebody trying to vape in my car. It's been kind of a challenging. There we go. What is this about? Let's see. Finally or something? Yes, finally, man. Let's see if I can get this person. They're right in front of us. Did I get it? You gotta be kidding. Somebody else got it. How did somebody else get it? I'm right here. I've only made $27 tonight. No tips. This time of year sucks, man. There's too many people Uber driving, and there's not enough passengers. Most of the passengers you get this time of year are going to be locals, and the locals are just in a bad mood, man. The locals really aren't happy. This time of year in Florida sucks, man. This is a great place to be in the winter, but man, being out here in the summer, it just sucks. It absolutely sucks this time of year to be down here. I mean, it's like this guy's gonna leave. I might just take his parking spot. Now at night people are smoking, so like even if you're not smoking, like there's so much in the air, you'll get like a contact from it, you know. And I hate the feeling. I don't know how people, all these young kids, man, they smoke this, they vape, they smoke. Bro, don't you realize that one, you're addicted to something that's hurting you? You know? You don't really know what they're putting inside of that crap. Don't give me the whole it's safer than smoking. That's like, oh, it's safer than crack. Really? We're gonna be right here. Alright, so we finally got one. Let's see if they show up.
New message from my friends in the bathroom.
I can't really sit here infinitely. Go around, go around. These people ordered an Uber. Look how packed this is. They ordered an Uber, and they got me blocking this whole thing, and they're not coming. I know the cops are gonna get me. This guy's screaming at me. Well, this isn't really like the ideal place to block traffic. This is it's a high traffic area, so they're not showing up. Like blocking Main Street here. Charging for wait time. Hello, no problem.
Just a hard turn right on Fruitville Road.
My God, my brother.
Just don't close the Uber app. That right there is the type of passenger you want on a Friday night. They were
In
happy.
a quarter-mile turn right to stay on Midnight Pearl Drive.
Listening to the music they like. You know, that is why I Uber right there. That right there is why I drive Uber. Passengers like these kids right here. One, they're responsible drinkers. A lot of people you get as Uber passengers end up as an Uber passenger because they were irresponsible drivers drinking and driving. A lot of people end up in the Uber ride because they're irresponsible. These people ended up in the Uber ride because they're responsible. So do you see the difference between, this is why I like to Uber
turn right
late at
on
night.
Lakewood Ranch Boulevard.
You know, they were responsible because they were out drinking and they did the right thing. Interestingly, a lot of people that drive Uber end up in an Uber because they got a DUI. Like, I have got bad passengers out of downtown Sarasota, but
turn
it's
left
really
on Stellar Street,
not the
then
norm.
turn right on Lakefront Drive.
So we are in Waterside. This is a beautiful area here. It's like another downtown of Lakewood Ranch, you could say. So I put my windows down before I approach the passenger. Windows down, light on, so they can see where they're going. And this is a really nice shopping plaza here in Lakewood Ranch, one of many. It's my first time getting an Uber passenger out of this particular plaza, though. Lakewood Ranch is it's a
turn
very
right
big,
Lakefront
expensive
Drive,
area.
then pick up.
Yes, hello.
Yay, hi!
Hey,
Hi!
hello.
Jose, is that you?
It is me.
It is on to take us home. It is I, Jose! Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh shit! It's red. Oh shit! Red leather!
What the hell is going on with Siri? We want our music.
Siri, what's the fuck?
Dang it, Siri.
Siri, get your shit together! Siri, you are.
She's been drinking.
Siri, you are.
Hey,
fucking
Siri.
Shut up. We're trying to have a good time.
Play T-Pain.
T-Pain now playing.
Thank you.
Sorry, there was a problem with YouTube
Oh,
music.
no, there wasn't.
You
No,
do.
there
Fuck
wasn't.
you, you do, bitch. Get your
Hey,
shit together,
Siri.
Siri.
Play T-Pain.
Now playing T-Pain.
See, these are the things that I love. Tell us! Tell us!
Keep left onto
Okay,
I-75
bitch,
track.
we know. No. It's all slow shit. I know, why? Are you sorry? So we need 90s hip-hop or...
Ahead turn left on Cattleman Road using the left 2 lanes.
Hey, Siri.
Look at that Lambo. Oh God, what's that?
Okay, well, 12:30 at night, downtown Sarasota. 12:30 at night. These trucks rolling through here, squatted, lifted, lowered. This is 12:30 Saturday night. Look at this dude right here. He's got the squat right here. Look at this thing. Yeah. Oh man, crazy. All the trucks rolling through here. Another driver got it. That's okay. There's probably a lot of people trying to leave right now. This is lit tonight, y'all. All the trucks rolling through here. Real nice trucks. Squatted, lifted. Every type of cool truck you can think of. awesome vibes. All the cars out here are just insane. From the pickup trucks to the cars. Let's see if I can find a parking spot and try to use the restroom at the pizza place real quick. Take a little miniature break here. I've been going passenger to passenger to passenger. As the night picked up, you know, so did the passengers, and I really could use a break right about now. You know, I made a video talking about how slutty some of these girls are and how they're all gold diggers, but you know, like the last girls that were in here, we're talking between each other about how, you know, one of them is dating a guy who's really wealthy, and she's thinking it may not work out because she doesn't want to be like the little... In other words, she likes the guy, but she's not sure because he's got money. And I'm like, wow, you know, there are still good women out there, but I guess that's one of the challenges of guys that have a lot of money. It's that, you know, first on one hand, you got all the girls that want you because you have money. But on the other hand, if you do meet a girl that does like you, how do you know she actually likes you but isn't in it for the money? So that's an interesting question for sure. But here's one. Let's see if we can get it. They're right in front of me. Let's go. Let's find this person. This person is literally Diego. Oh, it's a Diego. I don't mind going home and taking a little rest. He's going back towards where I live. I could probably... Diego? Alright, so we're going to pick somebody up at Wicked Cantina and take them all the way off Fruitville back towards Lakewood Ranch. It is now 1:35 in the morning. You know, this day has gone really well, but this late at night, of course, it gets worse.
In a quarter mile, continue straight through the roundabout onto North Tamiami Trail.
Now, this part of Sarasota is...
New message from... I'm at Wicked Cantina.
Yeah, we kind of know that. We know where you're at. This late at night, it changes.
Continue straight through the roundabout onto North Tamiami Trail.
Folks been drinking a little bit, and late at night, it gets a little crazy. People are drunk out of their minds, and it changes for the worse. So,
exit onto North Tamiami Trail.
now what sucks is it's really hard to get rides back into downtown Sarasota, so you're doing a lot of driving back. And this is why it's essential for you if you use an Uber freaking tip, because a lot of times...
In a quarter mile, continue straight through the roundabout onto North Tamiami Trail.
Like late at night, all the rides are going in one direction, out of downtown Sarasota. And like I just had to drive back with no passenger, you know, so it doesn't really, you know, I waited for 20 minutes for a passenger.
Continue straight through the roundabout onto North Tamiami Trail.
He's already outside.
Using the left lane, make a U-turn to stay on North Tamiami Trail.
I don't think this guy's ever used an Uber before. He's like literally standing on the road. I see.
Make a sharp right turn on Low Drive, then pick up.
Nice car.
Thank you, sir. All right, everybody. So we are on Siesta Key. Not sure why Uber made me drive 17 minutes to a passenger. I can't believe somebody would wait that long for an Uber. But it's now 2:30 in the morning, and I guess there's just aren't enough Ubers this late at night. So I actually got a ride all the way in Siesta Key. So it is what it is, and it's 2:30 in the morning. Most Uber drives this late in the morning are sometimes problematic. Hopefully the person behaves properly, where you get a red light on every single light on Bee Ridge Road turn red on me at night. I don't get it. Makes no sense, but it's a major highway. It's a thoroughfare of the city. It should just move smoothly, but it didn't. So we're gonna pick our person up here at I guess this is the last
In a quarter mile, turn right on Beach Road.
You know, the end of the bar drinking season. There's not gonna be people out here. Okay, that dude's giving the other dude love. I didn't know you could just grab somebody like that in public. But our passenger is going to be somewhere around here. And it's the end of the night. Everybody's gone home. The windshield's filthy, bro. Try to get this cleaned up a little bit before our passenger shows up. But yeah, it's last call out here. It's the end of the night, so I think this might be my last passenger tonight.
Turn right on Beach Road, then pick up Nick on the right.
Unless I miraculously get a passenger going in the same direction I'm going. So here they are. I don't know if there's just not enough Uber drivers tonight. I don't know what that was about.
Our first one canceled.
All right, everybody, so we're gonna do a pickup now on 17th Street. This is definitely one of the worst parts of Sarasota. I've been getting a few rides out of downtown, in and out of downtown. You know, a lot of rides tonight.
Turn right on 17th Street.
So far, we haven't had anybody problematic in a really bad way. We had the guy that smoked and vaped earlier, but that's minimal. We're now on 17th Street, and this is kind of a hotter area over here for just more crime and stuff. So hopefully this ride here could be my last Uber ride ever. That's the thing you always think when you're Uber driving in bad neighborhoods late at night. Flooded so bad. Like this road we're on right now, 17th, flooded so bad. It was literally like 3 feet underwater. No exaggeration. But Lakewood Ridge and 17th.
Turn left on North Lakewood Ridge Road.
North side of Sarasota. Definitely the hood out here at night. Type of area where, you just got to pay attention. Like what I like to do late at night, you can kind of get an idea just by looking at the person, like a vibe off them.
Turn right on Monica Parkway.
This street flooded bad. This Monica Street here flooded bad. This ain't a bad neighborhood. Kensington Park is a bad neighborhood in general, but it depends on the street and all that. Let's see what street we're off of. So for all practical purposes, 3 in the morning. So yeah, you gotta always pay attention this late at night. He's walking on the road. Hey buddy, what's the name?
Head to your drop off at 2967. Just ahead, turn right on Monica Parkway.
That guy was so drunk, I couldn't. He was just like, Matt, hey, what? You just toe down there. I couldn't understand a word he said. He was just like so drunk. He was just like, Matt, hey, what? Y'all just toe down. The thing I understood was make sure I don't leave my gun in the car. I was like, oh, great. Yeah, don't leave your gun in the car. Okay. Please don't leave your gun in the car. I'm like, oh. And make sure you get your phone and make sure you get all your bags and stuff.
Guns, the pull stick, and the phone.
The thing I understood was make sure I don't leave my gun in the car. I was like, oh, great. Yeah, don't leave your gun in the car. Okay. Please don't leave your gun in the car. I'm like, oh. That would be very unfortunate if I got a free gun. All right, so it is 3:15 a.m. in downtown Sarasota, and we still got people hanging out here. The hot dog dude's still out here. Some of the most amazing hot dogs you'll ever eat. But 3 in the morning, it smells so good. I don't think I have any cash though. Hold on.
I'm out here trying to help.
Oh, look at this, guys.
Yo! What up?
Bad vibes. Still trying to fight.
You know why? Because You know already? Listen, this is yours. Okay. You can eat that. But at the same time,
So I get an Uber
I
ride.
don't care.
Oh,
You're not fucked up because
it's already 3:14 in the morning, so waiting for this ride.
it don't matter.
3:14 in the morning. See if we can get an Uber ride. There we go. We gotta see if we can get a notification. We got a notification here. Perfect. Going the way I'm going to.
Head to your pickup on Central Ave.
Cool. All right, guys. We got to pick up. Not that far away. Let's get to it. And it's heading back towards where I'm heading, so this is perfect. Let's not waste any time and go get this. Let's go get this and get going. All right, if you didn't catch that, there's a piece where a guy walks right in front of me, and then the lady was like, "What happened? What happened?" That guy that walked right past me came up from behind me and made a threat to me from behind my neck. And it was very vulgar, so I'm not going to repeat what he said, but it was something along the lines of, "I'm going to hurt you." Now, I don't know why he did that, because I hadn't seen him before. I don't know who he was. But he came up from behind me, and he said, he made a threat. And then I walked back, and the lady, you saw the homeless lady, was trying to talk to me. Now, I just ignored her because I'm not paying attention to what a woman's talking when there's guys trying to fight. Now, I don't know exactly why this guy did this, because there's 2 police cars right there. But I did ignore the homeless lady, and I wasn't trying to be rude to her. The problem is I wasn't focused on talking to a woman when there's guys about to fight. And I don't exactly know why this guy did that. And I think he had an altercation with the guys that were right behind me. So he had an altercation with the guys that were right behind me, and then when he walked past me, he made a threat to me from behind my back, which I didn't really get a chance to react. Next thing I knew, he was walking away after he made the threat, and then the lady was trying to talk to me, asking me what happened. So the last passengers of the night were somewhere in here, and they're actually heading back towards the area that I live in, which is perfect. I was like, yes, finally a ride going back home. I was really tired. I kept saying, this is the last passenger, this is the last passenger, and it never really happened. These are the last passengers of the night, and right before I picked them up, I had this weird encounter with this guy that made a threat to me and the other people there. The homeless lady trying to talk to me. And again, I wasn't trying to be rude to this homeless lady, but I really needed to focus on my surroundings because I needed to know exactly what was going on. I couldn't really give her any of my attention. I was just kind of like figuring out what was happening around me. But anyways, I left there. I got these passengers, which were like a few hundred feet away. Now, these passengers were from out of the country. They were not from here, I think. They were just visiting or something. And they were 2 males, and they were smoking something illegal. But I asked them, I said, hey, please, finish smoking outside the car. When you enter the vehicle, do not smoke in the vehicle. And they looked really intimidating. I mean, the way they were dressed, the fact they were smoking, they looked really sketchy. But there was just some young kids from another country vacationing. A country that's not very intimidating, by the way. So I was like, whatever. It was just their whole demeanor and the whole way they moved was kind of, I guess because they're not from here, they might not understand that there's a certain way you've got to approach people. And I don't think they understood that. They were very just straight. I don't know what it was weird. And they were asking me if I sell propane, basically. I sell propane. So I wasn't interested in what they were asking me. But yeah. Quite the odd offer there. No, there's not much of there's no goldfish inside this aquarium. If that's not really what I'm into. But they made their offer. They sure inquired. Not interested, really, not interested. But anyways, they were heading in the general direction that I was heading in, and that was kind of weird and not interested. Not interested in guys. So basically, they wanted to play the gay quiet game. The first person to talk is gay. So like, we're going to play the gay quiet game. If you talk, you're gay. I'm like, well, I'm not going to talk for the rest of this ride. And then as soon as the game started, they started talking to each other. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that, well... you know, it is what it is. It's 3:40 in the morning. You get what you get, and at least they found a ingenious way of proposing. I'm not interested. I really wasn't. Anyways, the great thing about this final ride is that it was heading northeast in the direction that I live in, towards Lakewood Ranch, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to leave after an interesting night of Uber driving. Notice that I had to block out people's faces for their safety. Their Uber privacy means I cannot expose their real voices, and I can't show you their faces, but I sure can tell you the story. The GoPro that's recording has a flashing red light, so when you enter the truck, you can see the flashing red light in your face, so they know you're recording. It's not a hidden camera or anything. It has a GoPro. If you've ever seen a GoPro, it has that red flashing button, and it's flashing. They know you're recording, and because in Florida it is illegal to record people without their knowledge. They can see that they're sitting down in the passenger seat, and there's a blinking red light in their face, so they know you're recording. And overall, I think it was an interesting night. If you're wondering why I distorted the voices and covered the faces, that's because that's what Uber requires for their privacy policy. I can't show you their faces, but you get the general idea. We had some kids that were partying, some girls that were partying, couples, and then, of course, the out-of-country males who were inquiring about Homosassa Springs. I made $130, and I do think that tomorrow when I wake up, some of these people will give me some extra tips. My best tip was $10 on a $9 ride, which means I got paid more than 100% tip rate, which is incredible. But I've already gotten a 400% tip in the past. Somebody gave me a 20 out of a 4, so a $4 ride, they gave me a $20 tip. So it definitely isn't the highest tip I've got, but it's good that somebody gave me a tip over 100%. Northeast of downtown Sarasota, I went to a few apartment complexes that I was just shocked at the amount of filth. A lot of these apartment complexes, they don't pick up the garbage when they're supposed to, so the garbage piles up and then the homeless people come and dig through it. So I saw like homeless people digging through huge piles of garbage right in front of people's apartments in Sarasota. So that was kind of like, wow, that's pretty trashy. You wouldn't expect to see that in Sarasota, but even Sarasota has bad neighborhoods, and some of these apartment complexes look really grimy. As an Uber driver, the passenger safety is in your hands, but not only is their safety in your hands, but many times they are intoxicated, which means that they're weak and vulnerable, and you have to have a lot of good judgment calls, and also you have to make sure that you're always looking out for the passenger's best interests. Would this person be doing this or offering this if they were sober? Probably not, which means just because somebody is intoxicated doesn't mean you can take advantage of them. And this evening, I had people that offered me a huge amount of money for something that wasn't worth it. They just wanted me to do something in particular, which I just helped them do it through the app, but they were trying to pay me a huge amount of money cash. So you have to be very ethical, moral, and many times the people you're dealing with late at night are going to be intoxicated, and you have to kind of think for them. And you have to make sure that you don't take advantage of these people. And, I think that's a huge component of why I like Uber driving, is because I get to make judgment calls on other people's safety, because after the end of the day, they're intoxicated and they're not 100% there. And you don't want to be a party pooper. It's not that you're a party pooper. Sometimes you have to tolerate people's behavior. They're drinking, they're having a good time. Like one passenger stuck his head out the window and screamed something about his mother to a person on the road. You know what? So what? Big deal. That's the type of thing drunk people do. You have to have a lot of tolerance for people's misbehavior when they're drinking, but you also have to recognize when somebody is not having a fun time. Now, today, we had people that were very drunk, but they were happy drunk, and those types of drunks are actually pretty enjoyable. Now, there's a fine line between being happy drunk and being irritated drunk. And if you drink too much, then you get to that irritated drunk behavior. But most of these people, they were just great drunks. I mean, probably 30 or 40% of the people, if not more, probably more of the people, probably at least half of these people were drunk. And that's okay. That's why they're hiring an Uber, and they were fun. They were unpredictable. They were kind of, intrusive. They're drunk. But you have to also understand boundaries. Would this person be doing this if they were sober? So you can't take advantage of people. And I really enjoy the Uber driving late at night, because you know, I get to kind of take care of somebody else. I'm not just getting them safely from point A to point B, but I'm also making sure that in my hands, you know, I took care of them when they were drunk. And I don't know these people. I'm just doing this for $5 or $10. But I feel good at the end of the night, for example, when I have female passengers that are passed out or drunk, or they're just not really 100% there, and they start trying to like flirt with me, and I push them back and I say, hey, you know, I'm actually 400 pounds. I'm like, you're drinking too much or whatever. If you saw me sober, you wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And it feels good to do that because, again, it's not just driving them from point A to point B safely, but it's also not taking advantage of people. And sometimes people are intoxicated. They are vulnerable. If somebody's drinking and they give you an extra $20 bill as a tip, you can accept it. But if they give you a handful of cash, that's probably all they have in their wallet, then you have to be like, hey, you know, probably this is enough, you know? So you do have to make some judgment calls. And just because somebody's intoxicated doesn't give you the right to take advantage of them. You're still responsible not only for driving them from point A to point B, but also for making sure that everything that you do when you handle these people is moral and ethical, and that you're looking out for them despite the fact that they're drunk. And that is very important. If you're an Uber driver, I want you to think very carefully about that. And you know, we're not stupid. When you pick up young girls and they're going to the bar, they're not talking to you. They're talking to each other, and they're talking to each other about the guy that's got a Lamborghini. Now, when you pick them up from the bar, they're trying to hook up with the Uber driver. Would they do that on the way to the bar? Very unlikely. So you have to understand a lot of just ethical behavior. What is right? What is wrong? And I think as an Uber driver, you really do need to think very heavily on how you treat people, and are you actually looking out for their best interests when they are not sober? Because on a night like this, where more than half the people you're dealing with are intoxicated, and the reason that they're using an Uber is because they're trying to be responsible, don't you come now and take advantage of the people because they're in that state. There's another Uber driver that uploads videos, and you know, the girls start messing with him and he messes back with them. He kind of like leads them on to see how far they'll go. And I really don't think that's correct, because even though he's blurring their faces and you can't really see who they are, you know, he does lead them on. And I feel that, you know, if you're the sober person, you're there to drive, but you're also going to have to learn how to be ethical with people and know how to take care of them and look out for their best interests. And that, again, if you're an Uber driver, think heavily on that, because just because somebody is intoxicated doesn't mean you can take advantage of them.